All right, guys, today we are doing some more blind reactions. It's going to be so good. I really think there's some awesome advice on this video. You want to stick around and watch it.
All right.
Okay.
Let's jump in.
Here we are.
Here we are. Number one.
Blind reactions.
Turn it all the way up. I watched this like a week ago, so I don't.
But your man wants to be with a woman that he first fell in love with. That means stop letting yourself go. Run a brush through your hair. Put on a nice outfit. I know the feminists are screaming right now, but truth be told, men are visual creatures. They like pretty things. They like dainty feminine women. You don't want a divorce, then continue to work on yourself and be the woman that he first fell in love with. I don't know who needs to hear this.
Okay. I 100% agree with everything she said. Now, does it mean that every single day you need to be like 1000% put together, prim, proper, makeup on, like dressed for the nines? No, but
A lot of the old generation did that.
that is true.
Like,
I mean,
my
actually,
great aunt,
he never saw her
without makeup.
Right.
Like she'd wake up at like 4 a.m. to put her face on.
Right.
That's crazy.
Much different times. Women mostly got to stay home and
right, but most women who would stay home these days, it's like same sweatpants 6 days later. It's like
you need to.
Bro, you're crusty.
We've talked about this before on other episodes. Like, you have to keep yourself attractive for your spouse. And I think it goes both ways. I think for the men too. I think there are a lot of like overweight or just sloppy men who don't shave anymore or just don't care
like 50%
or put on
obese.
like, you know, wrinkled they don't also put in any effort. So I think it's really important to keep your marriage healthy and thriving is to remain attracted to each other. And in doing so, you keep yourself attractive. Now, again, like, I don't think it needs to be perfect every single day. My goodness, especially when there's young kids involved. Like, sometimes it is difficult or it's just like we're not really going anywhere. I get it. But put in the effort the majority of the time.
At least brush your hair.
Brush your hair.
And your teeth.
Put on a different change of clothes. Like, brush your teeth. Do something with yourself to present to your spouse when they see you so they can be excited.
Yeah, there's going to be people that rage in the comment, though. Obviously, it's like someone just had a baby or if there's a medical issue. Like, okay,
obviously.
Sure.
Again, we're not speaking to the outliers. We're speaking to the majority.
Yeah, but have a little pride. You know, take care of yourself.
Take care of yourself.
It's not a bad thing.
Yeah,
and even if you're not doing it for them, do it for you.
Yes.
Just take care of yourself.
And science actually has proven this, is that when you actually put yourself together, you actually feel more successful, more accomplished. You actually do more. You're more productive in your day. So it's not just, I don't even think it's necessarily just so you can be like, you know, a show pony. It's also so you'll be productive in your day. You'll be more productive in life. You'll want to, you know, put in your marriage. You'll want to put the work and effort in. Your stuff will get done around your house, you know, your job. When you show up and put yourself together, you're going to be more productive and successful. Look it up.
Look it up. I don't believe in God. I believe in science.
I believe in science.
Every time people say science, it's all
Nacho Libre.
I know. I need mental help, I think.
All right.
Also, I say like semi-weird things, and I always just peek at Trey to see the reaction I get, and it's like blank disappointment stare.
Because Trey has learned you. Okay.
It's just funny. None of this is for you guys. This is just to get a reaction out of Trey. All right. Number
this
2.
Whole
This is
podcast
going to make
was
people
great
mad.
For Trey.
All right, we'll see.
Whenever feels right. You
Oh, wait.
that first touch your husband. No, like, seriously. Initiate the kiss. Grab his hand. Sit on his lap, girl. Whatever feels right. When you make that first move, it's sending your man a message. I still want you. I still choose you. Men may act tough, but they crave to feel desired just like we do as women. And when you take that initiative, it breaks the routine and reminds him he's not just your partner when it comes to parenting and bills. He's still your man. It builds connection, confidence, and keeps that fire burning. Plus, it shows him intimacy isn't just his responsibility. It's something you care about too. And remember, you don't need a special occasion or a perfectly clean house to get a little playful with your partner. So, don't always wait for him to be the one to start it. You will be so surprised what a little flirty energy will do for your relationship.
Bro, yes.
Yes.
I can't tell you how many guys I know who like just don't try anymore.
Yeah.
Because they initiated a million times in a row and got shut down, like 999,000 of them. So like, whatever, I don't care. And dude, it leads to danger. I just want to encourage you. If your man is not interested in you, it's probably because he's interested in somebody else. And that should be a gigantic, like if they're not initiating, bro, it's
most
I don't know. He's just not interested. No, he's probably just not interested in you.
Because you've stopped trying.
You shut him down a million
completely,
times.
and you shut him down repeatedly, and you don't want him touching you or near you.
I hate
or you get like every time they come in for a kiss or a hug, like that naturally is going to start to do the opposite. It's called repellent.
You'd catch the
It is a natural
ridiculous
repellent.
response out of me.
Oh, we know that. We're not talking about us. Okay.
Oh, it'd be wild. I couldn't do it. But I saw a video earlier today too. I should have saved it. I forgot. They were like, I don't even like to cuddle with my husband anymore. And if I do, I just like play dead fish because I don't want him to get any ideas. Like,
it's just so
why'd you get married? So you could like have someone pay your bills? And
it is so inwardly self-seeking and self-serving. When that is all you care about is, well, I'm not in the mood and I don't feel like it and I'm too tired. I, me. And we've stated multiple times, probably almost on every single episode, that you are to be the chief servant in your marriage. And a simple way of doing it is by grabbing their hand. Get a handful of butt cheek. Listen.
Whoa, don't touch me.
You want to go to an even greater place?
Don't touch me there.
Grab them right by the...
Okay, that's crazy.
I got the reaction.
Hoivel. That's
just
crazy.
Just give a nice feel. You know what I mean?
Yes, you can't say that on here.
I didn't say any of it.
This is not for children.
Okay. Well, children shouldn't be watching this.
Yeah. I mark on YouTube. No, this is not for kids.
So, listen. Touch your mans.
Yeah. Look, honestly, like, it is miserable to be the only one that initiates.
Yeah. And not just for like a hug. Like, get in that bedroom. Get animalistic.
Oh. Made me think of that song that I will not quote right now.
Don't quote that song.
Because that would be really bad.
I know exactly what
Discovery
song.
Channel.
Okay, that's an old song.
That is old and not appropriate for a Christian channel. But no, seriously, like you're not going to die by initiating. You're like, well, I'm not good at it. I'm awkward at it.
Doesn't matter. Just be awkward.
Trust me, he doesn't care.
Put it out there. Let him know there's a desire.
I promise you, he does not care if it's a little awkward.
Yes. Even with your words. You know, make it fun.
You know what to say.
Say something out there.
You're
okay,
fine.
It'll get his attention. I'm telling you.
Absolutely. All right, you sent me this one. I haven't seen this yet.
Wait, wasn't there another one?
Yeah, there's 5.
Okay.
Why your wife doesn't respect you anymore? It didn't happen overnight, but if you don't fix this, it won't be just her respect you lose. It'll be your marriage. Let's be real. Women don't just wake up one day and decide to stop respecting their husbands. It happens when a man stops being someone she can respect. And there are 3 major reasons why this happens. And the first one is that you say one thing, but you do another. You make promises you never keep. You talk big, but you never follow through. And let me tell you something. No woman respects a man she cannot trust. Number 2, you cannot regulate your emotions. You explode in anger. You shut down when things get tough. Or you act like the victim when she calls you out. That's not strength. That's weakness in disguise. And number 3, you have no direction. A man without purpose is a man who forces his wife to carry what he won't. And let me make this crystal clear. The moment she has to leave because you won't, intimacy dies. She stops feeling like your wife and starts feeling like your mother. And no woman, no real woman wants to be married to a grown boy. You want her respect back? Earn it. Be a man of your word. Lead with clarity. Control your emotions instead of them controlling you. Because the moment that you step up to be the man God called you to be, your marriage changes. But if you don't be surprised when she stops seeing you as the man that she married.
That's good. So he said, keep your promises, keep your emotions, keep your purpose.
Yeah.
And that's great. I know so many guys who they kind of just, what would I say? They just like let go of the reins of life.
They kind of just coast.
Yeah, it's like, well.
Autopilot.
Yeah, it's just kind of like whatever the wife and kids want.
Just go with the flow. Oh, yeah, sure, we can do that.
Well, that's what they want to do.
Well, there's no like direction. There's no leadership.
Yeah, that's got to be it. I really so agree with that guy. That was a great video.
I agree. As a woman, as a wife, I agree with everything he said. Like,
have enough conviction to lead.
Yeah, and that's the thing. You have to remember, like, you can probably fake it to a lot of different people around you, but your spouse,
that's good.
who sees you behind closed doors, who sees you when you're not in public eye or around friends or whoever, they know the real you, and they're going to pay attention to the things you say and then you don't follow up on. So you need to make sure that your actions are meeting your words and that you're leading the charge. Women, whether they say it or not, were literally created to follow, to support, to come alongside.
My friends are here.
And when the man is not leading, the woman naturally is going to try to take the reins. Yeah. And that's not
literally Genesis 3.
That's not even like what she truly desires, but she will do that. And then we have heard there are so many. I feel like his mother. Well, she treats me like I'm her child. Like, then it's showing you that's probably somewhere in one of these three areas there's lack. And I would encourage you to step back into that leadership role, start leading the charge, start giving direction, be a man of your word, and don't be emotionally unstable.
It actually drives me nuts because like men have been painted as inept, stupid, and foolish.
Yeah, which is not true.
By Hollywood and the media. And it's so frustrating. It's like, I wouldn't want to follow anybody like that either. So no wonder why your wife doesn't. And the picture gets painted that that's what men are and men should be like. No.
Right.
Like,
no.
Dude, men built pyramids, Great Walls of China. Men built wars. Nations, took over nations, led wars, figured out some of the craziest things. And it's crazy to me that now like, oh, they're just dumb. No. You've lost purpose.
Right.
Therefore, you don't have effort and just kind of let crap happen. Like, get back on the horse and champion life.
Yeah, your purpose is to lead.
It's crazy.
To guide, to direct.
Yeah, you're not stupid and inept.
To have the authority over your home.
It's very frustrating. But you will lose all respect if you really lose in one of those areas. And I know a bunch of people, they lose in all three.
Right.
So it's no wonder why like home is hard.
Yeah.
It's sad. But the other thing I would say too on that is like, well, it's not too late to start leading again tomorrow.
Start leading, yeah.
You know, jump on it now.
Yeah, don't say that it's too far gone.
And like over 70% of our listeners are men. Men,
yes,
keep your promises.
Yes.
Fight like heck to make things happen. Get control of your emotions. You're not 10 years old anymore.
Right.
And lead.
Amen.
I don't care if she doesn't like it at first. Lead.
Yeah.
Make decisions.
She'll fall in line.
Leaders don't always make popular decisions. If you're a leader and everyone loves your decisions, it's called you're a politician.
Yeah.
And you're just lying.
Right.
To make people happy and get votes.
Right.
And it's going to implode at one day. Be a leader. You'll be all right. All right. Next one. Here we go. The other one you sent me. I want to save the other one. This next one we're going to watch. For last. Dude, this lady's been making so many people mad online. I think it's so funny. Uh-oh.
How'd you get there?
I don't know.
Marriage itself is one of the best things in your life. It is not the marriage that is bad. Something is ruining a good thing. Marriage is wonderful. Being married is great. Not getting along is not so great. So what will it take to be happy in the marriage? Because the marriage itself is great. Just like saying, I'm not happy with life. What should I do? What is the question? Whether you should continue living or end it? Life is good.
Yeah.
If for some reason you're not enjoying or benefiting from the pleasures of life, then something is interfering. Get the interference out of the way and go back to enjoying life, which is enjoyable.
That's good.
Yeah. So it's not a sense of, oh, our marriage is just bad. No. What in your marriage isn't good? Where in you? This is where we're gonna push extreme ownership, right? We are responsible for our role and our contributing to the marriage as the wife, as the husband. And if you both can take a step back or even together and say, okay, our marriage is good because marriage is good.
Yeah.
Then you can see, okay, we've lacked in communication. We need to get better at communicating, or we need to be more intimate, or we need to discuss and work through these obstacles.
So good.
So it can get to the place where it proves true that marriage is a good thing. It's just something's out of alignment within the marriage.
I just think so many people we've okayed quitting in so many areas of our life.
If you don't like it, then just quit.
Yeah, if you don't like it, just quit.
Follow your heart.
Dude,
that is
I grew
such
up,
a lie.
I wasn't allowed to quit anything.
No, same.
And I'm grateful that I wasn't allowed to quit anything, because now, like, if I start it, I'm going to finish it, even though I might hate it in the middle of it. And I think that because we're okay with quitting, we think, well, I'll just do something else that I like. But what I found about people that are okay with quitting is they never seem to find something they like.
It's true.
Because there's always something that's not perfect. And that's the lie that they've bought, is that eventually I'll find the perfect job.
Or something without challenge.
Yeah, eventually I'll find the perfect house. Eventually I'll find the perfect fill in the blank. And there's always going to be an issue at a job. There's always going to be a small thing you don't love about a house. And if we expect everything to be perfect, then we are we are misunderstood about life.
Yeah.
Does that mean that things are gonna be terrible? No, but that means not everything's perfect. So even in our marriage, like, not everything's probably gonna be perfect every single day.
Yeah.
That doesn't mean you quit. That means you identify it and you work on it. Like, you would renovate a house, you would work on the job if you're wise, and you'll work on the marriage if you're wise. And it's the same thing. Like, throwing in the towel is not the answer, because now you're gonna have to start all over with somebody else.
Yeah.
With all the baggage of having to start over with somebody else. And for whatever reason, you think there's not going to be problems with this one too. Like, just solve the problems.
Amen. Yes.
Amen.
Marriage is good.
All right, this last one. This lady, she's young. I think she's like 19 or 20, but she has been making everybody mad online, and it's funny.
The single and toxic women in my comments who wish divorce upon me, that's never happening, because here are some things I did to save my marriage before it even started. Number one, we literally took a test called Save Your Marriage Before It Starts. It's SYMBIS, and I'm 95% sure that this has to be authorized through a professional or a psychologist of some sort. But every single couple, if you're even thinking about getting married, you need to take this test with your boyfriend or girlfriend. I'm not kidding. Number one, it's going to tell you if you're actually compatible with each other and if you're going to survive in marriage. It's going to tell you where you both struggle. It's going to tell you your childhood traumas. It's going to tell you what you need to do for the other person. It's going to tell you what you're both going to struggle with in marriage and how to fix that effectively. And I can say the test was 100% accurate. Number two is we did premarital counseling while we were dating, not even in the engaged phase. We were engaged for 3 days, so it doesn't really count anyways. But while we were dating, while we were talking about marriage, we had a therapist. And then after that, we went to a marriage counselor that was a couple that had just been married for forever, and they were amazing. They have like 7 kids. And we were so blessed to have them because we met them through another couple, like friend of ours, who also got married like 2 weeks before we did. And so it was just amazing. But seriously, this is the biggest life decision you will ever make. You better get counseling. Even if you think everything's perfect and you guys never fight, whatever, there's always something underneath the surface that's going to come out in marriage. So just be prepared for it. Number 3, and this one is really obvious, but we got the religion, political, family, childhood trauma, past, all of the awkward and hard conversations, we got that out of the way. A few of those conversations you should have before you even start dating somebody, just to save you some time, because listen, you could not marry somebody with different religious and different political views. I don't care what anybody says, it does not work. Number 4, we went to church together and we prayed together. long before we got married. This was so important just in the overall decision making. We would constantly pray, like, God, if this is your will for us, if you want us to get married, then make that very clear. Like, bless this marriage. And then going to church together as a couple is just kind of like a preview of what it will be like when you're married, because obviously now we go to church together or we host it in our home. Do not treat marriage as just another thing to check off your list. And if a man is not willing to do all of these things with you to prepare for marriage, he's out, girl. He's out.
All right, that one is not one she made people mad on. The other ones are like, I go to the gym every day so I don't look like crap, so my husband still wants me.
It's true. It's so true. And it's only offending people who are too lazy or unwilling to put the work and effort in to actually do those things.
Yes. It's like, never mind. That's a crazy statement. I just stopped myself.
But no, I mean,
those were great. I've never heard of the Symbis test. I'm going to look it up.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what that would be like. But I do agree. I do think that, my gosh, if you're not having
premarital counseling.
Yeah, and having those hard conversations about children and past and political and spiritual things. Like,
dude, the political one's interesting. Like, that actually drives crazy wedges in families.
It does. Oh my gosh.
Huge wedges in families.
Yes, I know.
And people are like, oh, we're co-raising our kids religiously. Like, how, dude? That is the mile marker.
And that they can just choose and
no, that's like the North Star for your life.
You point the direction. You lead.
You're going to confuse the heck out of them.
Yes.
It's like, I'm a Jewish Muslim.
What?
Yeah, that's an oxymoron. That doesn't work.
Go.
You gotta pick one. You have to pick one.
Right. No,
and I feel like people who are okay with like marrying someone, it's like, dude, I would think that they don't make good decisions in life if they weren't a Christian. Like, dang, they're gullible. Like, they're easily convinced of bad ideas. I can't marry someone that's a different religion. That's crazy.
I like what she said too. Don't marry just because it's like a check off of like your life list, right? Like, marriage forever. I mean, movies have been made on it. It is definitely like
The Princess Bride,
like made of this, like, oh my gosh, this is it. You've made it. Marriage is like one of the most pinnacle parts of your life, which it is definitely, like, I would say the most second important decision of your life. First is choosing to serve the Lord, but two, it is the most important second, oh my gosh, I just lose my train of thought. Decision of your life.
So proud of you.
But you don't get married because, oh, it's a check and I've reached this goal. Right? That's not, you don't just use somebody's life to be like, oh, I got a check in the box. Check, I'm married. No, it is a lifelong commitment that you have to be willing to be wise about going into and then work hard at to remain in, to have it healthy and thriving and successful. So my husband is zoned out. I can tell out of the corner of my eye. He was just like,
true. I was thinking about the wise things you were saying.
No, we're gonna do a playback and we're gonna zoom in and this face is gonna be hard at to remain in, to have it healthy and thriving and successful.
I was thinking about all the wise words
Dreaming.
you were saying.
He's a dreamer, guys. Anyway, so yeah, that was great. I agree. The more you prepare before marriage, the better off and the easier it's going to be to work through.
Or you'll find that's not
marriage.
a good person to marry.
Yeah, and thank the Lord. Thank God, right? You're saving yourself so much pain and effort and just problems if you just realize before you're made this commitment that, okay, we're not compatible. This is not the person for me. This isn't going to work out. You'll save yourself, oh my gosh, just so much.
It's better to break up with them.
It is. It really is.
Breaking up is way easier than getting divorced.
It's so true. It really is.
Way easier. All right. Well, hey, guys, if you have other videos, other thoughts, crazy stories, drop them in the comments. We love you. And we're excited to see you here again soon.